Hi, I'm Ian from Vanguard and I'd like to introduce you to the Endeavour L series of gun rests. In this particular video, what I'm going to talk you through is the GM models. So that's the models ending in GM. The GM refers to a gun mount and that's the Endeavour GM70 gun mount on top. It comes in two sizes, it's got 26mm legs and you've got 30mm legs. You can tell that because in the model name, it is either the Endeavour L263 or 303. The 263 is basically 26mm legs, 3 sections. The 303 is the 30mm legs, three sections as well. A is for aluminium, C for carbon, and then GM. So again, there's a logic to the naming. Here I've set up the Endeavour L303 AGM. So this is the tallest we've got and the heaviest at 3 kilograms in total. And on top of that, you've got the Endeavour GM70, which is holding my air arms air rifle. What I'm going to demonstrate on though is the model I've got on my shoulder, which is the Endeavour L263 CGM. So that's the carbon fiber model with 26mm legs. But again, they're all pretty much the same. The only difference is the size of the legs and the height. So effectively what you can see is it comes with a nice padded shoulder strap. That's attached to the central canopy by a hook, and it's attached to the three legs by a Velcro strap that goes around one and then goes around three. By doing that, because there's no central column, there's a tendency if you're walking along, the legs could cross and give you a nasty nip in your fingers. Because you've got all 3 feet together, it's not going anywhere. So you can pretty much move it wherever you want and it's not going to do any damage at all. To get it out, simply unclip and you're good to go. Open the legs and you're ready. Before I open it and extend it, what I'm just going to show is the feet. So again, you can see there it's set up with rubber feet. If I retract that back, you can see there's a spike feet that comes out. So again, it gives you a couple of options whether you're shooting indoors on a solid surface or whether you're shooting outdoors and you want a little bit more stability. Because I'm not using an anger and because it's a pretty nice day and the ground's pretty solid, I'm just going to use the rubber legs out, rubber feet out. In terms of the legs, nice simple twist locks. These twist locks, again, you can see are nice and silent to operate, so they're not going to cause any distraction. What's nice about them as well, they're easy clean. So if you're using them in muddy conditions, simply unscrew all that, take out the two shims that come in, give it a clean, dry it, put it all back together, and you're good to go again. So you maximize the life of your tripod that way as well. If I open it up, you can see here on the lower section, there's also little markings around about an inch apart. They're designed to basically allow you to sort of work out what setting you have it on. So if you're a certain height and you have six units out, you can simply set it out roughly very quickly. If you're taller and you need 8 units out or 10 units out, again, you can do that too. It's just an easy way of reminding. If I open this up, so you've got the Endeavour L303 AGM and CGM, they'll go up to about 1.7 meters. The 26mm version will go up to around about 1.5 meters. So for me, I'm 5'8". That's more than enough. You'll see in a second when I set it up, it's probably still a little too tall for me. But the reality is if I'm shooting down a hill again, or I need that little bit extra height, I've got it. Or I can simply lower it a little bit. Again, in order to demonstrate this properly, what I'm just going to do is show the 3 leg sections. So the leg sections, there's a button on the side. So if you press that in, pull up, and you can basically go down to a prone shooting position if you wanted to, or if you've got a ledge or a wall you're leaning against, you can do that too. Put it down is really nice and simple. In terms of the leveling system, again, simply unscrew it all, level it, and then tighten up and you're good to go. So again, you don't need to be particularly bothered about working on level terrain. The other thing that's nice about it, it's nice and solid now, but if you wanted to have a little bit of movement, so for example, you want to be able to adjust your aim because you're slightly off the shot or you're following something that's moving or switching between targets, again, you can adjust the level of tension. So again, you can just have it so it's right for you. On top of the head then is the Endeavour GM70. If I loosen that off so I can demonstrate it, what you've basically got is you've got an oversized handle here. So this is all solid aluminium except for the rubber outside of the handle and also a rubber molding inside. But what that basically allows you to do, it's a really nice, easy to grip, even in cold, wet weather. If I turn it around, you can see the clamp goes down to 3 centimeters, but it will also open up to 7 centimeters. So it'll take a really big range of rifle forestock. So again, it will take most rifles there. I mentioned earlier about the inner section. So again, there's rubber molding in there. So you put your fore stock in there, it's not going to scratch it or damage it in any way at all. At the base of the tripod head here, you've got little grub screw slots. They tighten up with Allen keys. So once it's on, it pushes the head up that little bit and makes a really solid grip. I've not done those up here because I want to be able to demonstrate the Endeavour GM70. So I could tighten this and then simply unscrew. You can see how easy it is to take off. So again, inside you can see the sort of the rubber molding. It's got little gripping sections. So again, it's not flat, it's not smooth. It will give you a nice grip. It's solid aluminium, so this in itself weighs about 800 grams. To put that in context, this kit here, obviously without the air rifle, is about 3 kilograms. So roughly 2.2 kilograms is the tripod alone. If you look at the 26mm carbon I was just showing you, it's around about 2.4 kilograms. So that makes the actual tripod about 1.6. So actually the tripods are pretty lightweight, but this is deliberately heavy because it's designed to handle high caliber weapons. And it's designed particularly for the US market where they use some really powerful semi-automatic type rifles too. In terms of the base, it comes with a 3/8 inch thread, which is it's an industry standard. Particularly on a bigger tripod, you want 3/8 inch, but it does come with a 1/4 inch thread as well. So an adapter. So you can simply put that in if you've got a smaller tripod that you want to use, you can do it that way. What's also nice about this, it has an ARCA compatible plate that's built in. What that basically means, if you've got an ARCA compatible tripod head, this is the VAO BH160S, what it allows you to do is simply slot that in there, tighten it up, and you can basically use any tripod you want as a gun mount. So in this example, I've got the VAO 3T Plus I'm using. Again, my personal I use for all my filming and everything else. And you can see there, I've got it nicely set up at a nice height. If I lower that down, oops, again, you can just see you don't necessarily need to buy the tripod. If you've got a tripod ready, just buy the head. So that basically is the Endeavour L series with gun mount head. A nice versatile system that allows you to use pretty much any rifle or air rifle or even crossbow on it to maximize your accuracy or to do some basic maintenance. I've used this my particular model to attach a rifle scope, sight a rifle scope and everything else. It's a really useful all-round tool. So I hope that's useful in giving you an overview in the Endeavour L series with the gun mount heads, the Endeavour GM70 heads. But if you've got any questions, please put them in the comments below. Thank you.